Got a large shipment back from CGC. Stay tuned. Hey, YouTube, it's Matt here. Months ago, I sent off a shipment to CGC. Most of that shipment came back today, and I'm really excited to look at it. Now, my son Spencer, the cameraman, he did me a favor. He did unbox, he did set these out for me to see. He put cardboard on the top. I don't know what the grades are yet, and I'm kind of worried about it because this was an experiment for me. I did a couple things. One, I pressed the books myself, all but one of them, and I'll talk about that. And two, I graded them, and I am just worried that I might have graded it lower, or forgive me, higher than what it actually comes back at. So, I wanted to test my grading skills against CGC, and I want to test my pressing skills also. This is new for me. I just learned how to press books and clean books within the last year. I did a lot of watching on the Reggie Collects YouTube channel. He has a great series on a playlist on cleaning and pressing. Honestly, that is where I learned 90%. There are other YouTube videos out there to learn how to press, but I didn't just make this stuff up or have this magical knowledge. I had to research and practice this. And guys, when you send a large shipment off to CGC, there's a financial commitment to that, and I'm hoping that I did not hurt these books. And I am not going to lie, I'm a little worried about that. So, how did he do this? All right. Okay, I have the cardboard on the back, so I can't see, but you guys can see what this book is. Let's find out. All right, King Size Conan, number 1. All right, my first book, I'm not doing so well. I actually thought this was going to come back a 9.8, and I'm not really seeing anything, but hey, sometimes a 9.6 and a 9.8, maybe it could be the light coming in the window down there at CGC. So right now, I am not doing so well. Let's put that off to the side. All right, book number 2. Spider-Verse. Hey, 9.8. All right. Now, this one actually surprises me. I did not pick this to be a 9.8. This was an A-OK by Solly 2 Kings. I'm really stoked about this. This is the first cover appearance of Spider-Zero, who is somewhere in here, okay? But, all right, this book I did pretty well on. All right, so I'm 1 for 1. Let's see what this is. This is, all right. Now this is Spawn 174, the first appearance of the Gunslinger. Now, this book has really been heating up lately, and I figured it was going to come back a 9.8. At least that's what I graded it as. Had this book in the collection for years. This one kind of surprised me. I was looking, I don't know why, but I was looking at all my books online. I have them all cataloged online. And the price, the value of this book just jumped out at me. Because, guys, I've been collecting it for a long time, but I don't every day look to see what the value changes are. And I was like, what is up? I was like, what is up with this book that the value's up? This is the first appearance of Gunslinger Spawn. So, all right, I'm kind of really happy about that one, in fact. So you guys can see this before I can. And I'm still, what shirt is Darth Vader. Now, this is the cameraman's book. This is an awesome book that he wanted to send off. This, we figured was going to be a 9.0, so we did all right undergrading this one, or overgrading it. I'm not sure what you would call that, but we figured it was going to be a 9.0. Awesome book. Not all of these books that were sent are big money books. In fact, some of them are just really cool covers that I really just wanted to display on a wall. Some of these are they're all personal collection, and I just wanted to see them slab. I've had them for years. And this book is Dr. Aphra. This is another book of the cameraman's. He collects Dr. Aphra. This is the 2017 series of Dr. Aphra, 9.8. That is a book that's also the same grade that we have picked. And just so you guys know, I did write down what the grades were. I don't memorize these. I just saw them before we started filming. Let's see what this book is. Whoa, this one surprises me. This is Silk #1. I bought this one in the wild last year, and there's a lot of good stuff happening with the character Silk. It's expanded Spider-Verse, and I said I wrote them all down, but I don't remember them all. Silk. I had this book coming back at a 9.6, so quite pleasantly pleased with this. 9.8, Silk #1. That's awesome. We also sent away an ASM #4 to be graded. Actually, this one came back higher than I thought. This is Conan the Barbarian #1. This is a 1 in 200 exclusive variant. The reason I had this 9.0. Okay. The reason I had this one coming back so low, I never realized it until I went to clean and press this, that whenever somebody packed this for shipping, the bottom corner has a bend in it. So it's a Keller breaking bend. I figured I was going to get a 9.0 for this book. 9.4. So far, I'm not unhappy with my pressing skills. Like I said, it's a new part of this hobby for me. I really enjoy that. In fact, I just got a book the other day that has a non-Keller breaking corner ding that I'm feeling very confident that I can press out. That's a book. I don't have it here with me. All right, this book here is, whoa, Marvel Zombies #1. Okay, this is a book that started off the whole Marvel zombie universe. Excellent. Robert Kirkman's story. When did this come out? 2006. I've talked about this book. Whenever I made my video of books I was going to send, I really don't know what made me put this title on my pull list, but I have most of the Marvel zombie books in there, and this is a great story. So, excellent. That book heats up, cools down, heats up, cools down. Whoa, this is a book that's a lot higher than I thought. This is Conan the Barbarian #1. There were like 27 different covers to that Conan the Barbarian #1, and I think I have maybe 5 or 6 of them slabbed. So this one surprises me. This I had coming back at a 9.4. I had this coming back, and the reason being, and it's still here, there's a little bit of damage on this bottom corner right here, and I think I even once said I hope CGC misses that as a joke. Well, they did. So I don't know. Maybe I grade too hard is what I'm saying. Because when I say it's a little bit, I really do mean it's a little bit of damage. I did a video a couple weeks ago about the difference between a 9.9 and a 9.8. Before I ever saw that 9.9 comic book in my collection, honestly, I always assumed 9.8s were, for the most part, perfect books. You know, that they were square bound, or not square bound, but they were square cut, you know, no wrinkles, no spine ticks. When you compare a 9.8 to a 9.9, you will see a difference. There are some imperfections allowed in a 9.8. It's what is acceptable is the verbiage or something like that, but they do allow some damage. Imperfections, I wouldn't really call damage, to a 9.8. This, oh sweet! This is a Spencer book, Dr. Aphra. This is a 2000 series, a 9.8. Nice job. I love that cover. I just think it, I don't know, I love that cover. So, well done, Spencer. Your books came back very high grade. I think, hey cameraman, give me a thumbs up. Did we send 3 of your books off? 3? Okay, excellent. Strangers in Paradise. This is a title that my wife was reading. We had this. I don't think she ever read this copy. This is a Wizard Ace edition that came out in the 90s. 1996. Well, I ended up picking one of these up at an LCS. But the funny thing is I don't know what the next book is, but there is another book in here of the exact same title. And lo and behold, here it is. What's the grade? 9.8. So the wife ended up getting two 9.8s. Now, what had happened is I mailed off to get her, or mailed off. I went online and I ordered another book, but I didn't realize it was the exact same book. So the wife has two copies of her favorite series. It's just a random book in it at Wizard Ace. They just look cool. They have a cover. I don't know if that's acetate. I don't think it's acetate, but it has this clear plastic cover on it. This book here, what is this? Spawn 175. Now, this is the second appearance of Gunslinger Spawn. This came back 9.8. Doing well. This is the grade that I had that graded at. So, I have some great bumps. In fact, those Strangers in Paradise, I had one coming back at a 9.6 and the other coming back at a 9.4. I think that I overgrade, meaning that I give the books lower grades than what CGC does. So far, that's the case. That very first book, I did miss that, but so far, 9.8, King Size Conan. This is the Joe Juiceco cover. King Size Conan, number 1. This is the 1 in 25 variant. I love this variant. This one to me just, again, I don't know if this book's ever going to be worth anything, but I just love this cover. For this to be displayed on the comic room walls here, I think it's going to be all right. So, what is this book here? Spawn! What? Whoa! Spawn 185. This is a controversial cover. You can kind of see why it's a little controversial. I thought I did. Okay, this is the one book I felt I made a mistake on my pressing. There's a little bit of, not staple showing, but you can kind of see the outline in the cover of where the staple's at. And it is minor. I mean, please don't get me wrong. It's so minor that the book did come back at 9.8. But I felt this was going to be a 9.6 because just a little teeny bit right there. Hey, maybe my pressing wasn't as bad as I thought. So, kind of stoked about that one. This book, what is this? Hey, this is a book I've had in the collection literally since the day that it was published in January of 2005. So, this is New Avengers. I love this story. This is a Finch variant cover for New Avengers number 1. What did I have this book coming back at? I had this book coming back as a 9.4, so awesome. I always love this cover. I don't know, it's just cool storyline. The New Avengers was a great storyline all around. It's a pretty good unboxing for me so far. I'm kind of stoked about this. Hey, Spawn 229. Okay, this, honestly, I talked about a lot of these books not being very valuable. Well, this one is one of those books that is just a great homage cover to the great Jim Steranko, Hulk number 1 annual, which is one of my favorite covers. I've talked about it a lot in his video, on videos in this channel. Spawn 229. Okay, I had this book coming back at 9.4. All right. Doing all right here. Okay, this is the first appearance of Silk. Now this is the one book that worried me more than any of the others because I actually did not press it. I didn't clean it. I didn't touch it almost because when I went to, I'm going to inspect books before I clean them, before I press them to figure out what I need to correct. This book is one that I pulled out of the bag and board and I inspected it. I couldn't find anything that I could fix. It was a flat cover. I've never seen a comic book with such a flat cover that had never been pressed. I'd never seen one that had nice corners like this. There is a teeny tiny spine tear in a bottom corner. It's a manufactured defect. It's not from handling. It's just part of the process of producing it. I think that might be the only thing keeping this book from being a 9.9 or even a 10. This book came out amazing. So, anyhow, that's the unboxing. There are 7 more books that are still coming back. CGC kept them a little bit longer because they had custom labels put on them. Hopefully they come back relatively soon. They should, but guys, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and put a comment down below. So far, this is a really good unboxing. Most of these books came back a lot higher than what I had assumed that they would. So, thanks for watching, and everybody have a great day.